Hey, what's up? This is Christopher. All right, so I have another Final Cut Pro 10 Basics for Beginners. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about a simple way to export your video, your project, from Final Cut Pro 10 and upload it directly to YouTube within Final Cut Pro 10. Now, before I get started with this, I want to mention this is not the recommended or the best way to get your project from Final Cut Pro 10 to YouTube, but it is the easiest. Now, there's nothing wrong with using this particular method, but I'm going to go over some of the shortcomings of it and some of the things that you should do if you're going to upload to YouTube directly from Final Cut Pro 10. So I'm going to hop over to Final Cut Pro 10. All right, so I have a project here. This is actually the last video that I uploaded for this series. So I'm done editing this project, so I want to upload it to YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the top where it says File, and I'm going to choose Share, and then I'm going to come down here to Add Destination. Now, I want you to keep in mind that your destinations window is going to look different than mine because I have other destinations set up already. But what you're going to need to do is where it says YouTube right here, we're going to go ahead and double click on this. And then we'll sign in with our Google account. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so I am now signed into my YouTube account. So I got some options up here for resolution. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and change mine to HD 1080p. Now, if you plan on uploading 4K, choose the 4K option. If you plan on uploading in a lower resolution, 720 or please don't tell me you're doing 540 or 480. But if you are, go ahead and select that. So I'm going to go ahead and choose 1080p. And then for the compression, I want better quality. I don't want the faster encode. Now, category, go ahead and choose your category. So for this particular one, I will choose how to and style or film and animation. So I think I'll just leave it at film and animation. Now, here's an important thing to consider, your privacy setting. Do you want to upload to private, unlisted, or public? Now, my personal recommendation is to leave it at private. And the reason why I recommend this is because once your video is uploaded to YouTube, you can go into your video manager and change some of the settings. You can add keywords, you could add a description, you could add external links like, I'll say, hey, here's a link to this web page that has more information about the topic I'm discussing. Here's a link to the product I'm talking about, etc. You could add monetization to your video. You can add things like, a different category or group, or if you want comments to be enabled or disabled. If you upload it to public, whatever you have set in your YouTube video manager, that's what it's going to default to. You're also not going to have a description or keywords. So if you set it to private, then open up YouTube in your browser, go to the video manager, edit the video after it's uploaded, go ahead and add your description and all your relevant details. Then you can go ahead and change the privacy back to public and then start sharing your video out, to Twitter, to Facebook, to social media, wherever you plan on sharing your video from YouTube. So just as an example, let me show you real quick what I mean. So let me open up YouTube really fast. All right, so here's a video that I uploaded. This was the Elder Scrolls Morrowind thoughts and details about this particular video. You see I have a thumbnail here. I could add a custom thumbnail if I wanted to add a custom thumbnail. I can add my description right here. I could add my tags, and then I can come over here to translations if I wanted to add translations. I can come to monetization if I want to monetize the video, and I can do advanced settings where I could change the category. I could also add a title, video location, recording date, allow embedding, monetize platforms everywhere, license and rights ownerships, show all comments, top comments, etc. You can come into your video manager and edit this video and get all the details that you want to add to your video. Then simply, if you have it private, you just come over here to public and then just save changes, and it will save that video to public from the previously saved private version that you had uploaded. So then your video will be public on YouTube, and then people search it, they'll find your video. So one of the reasons why I don't recommend it is because it's slower than just exporting the file to your desktop and then uploading manually to YouTube. I don't know why that is. It just takes a little bit longer, it seems. Another thing too, sometimes you'll run into bugs. You'll encounter things like a double upload. Sometimes the upload won't finish. You'll have to stop it and start over. And it's little things like this that just make it an inconvenience. Seems like these situations happen more often than not, particularly the one where it doesn't finish uploading. I see a lot of people complain about this. Now, I'm not saying that it happens all the time. I'm just saying that it happens enough to where I would prefer to export it to like an external drive or to my desktop and then just upload manually. But because this is for beginners, it might be the best way or easiest way to get started with, editing your project or your video in Final Cut Pro 10 and then just easily getting it out to YouTube. Now, the reason why I mentioned this because YouTube has recommended upload encoding settings. Now, if you're just doing this basic upload directly from Final Cut Pro 10 to YouTube, it's going to have the recommended encoding settings already formatted, so you don't have to mess with this like in Compressor, or if you just want to share the export video or file to your desktop, you don't have to worry about setting up things like the audio codec or video codec, frame rates, bit rates, etc. With that export setting, YouTube and Final Cut Pro 10 are going to work hand in hand. So this is a video for beginners, so getting started, that's probably the best and the easiest way. Just keep in mind you may encounter some situations where you may have a bug, it may upload the video twice or it may not finish, so you're going to have to like restart the whole process. And then of course you'll have like 2 uploads again, so then you'll have to go back to YouTube, go into your video manager, go into your edit videos and delete the video that didn't get finished uploading, because you'll have like a partial upload, so you'll see like the title and then you'll see where it says upload didn't complete or something, and it'll have like a little red explanation point or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but you'll see where it didn't finish and then you'll have to delete that. So it's a little bit of a hassle, but the benefit is you're going to have the recommended upload encoding settings. Now, I'll put a link to this YouTube help page in the description if you want to check it out. I also plan on uploading a video talking about Compressor and the recommended upload settings for that, not only for uploading to YouTube, but also for uploading video to Facebook, uploading to Vimeo, uploading to Twitter, uploading to Instagram, because all these different video sharing sites where you can upload video, they have different recommended encoding settings, and each one of them is different than what YouTube recommends or whatever. So I'll do a video on each of those services, or the more popular ones, maybe even Tumblr, Google Plus, places where you can upload video, your personal website, things like this. I'll do probably a separate video for each of these services. But for beginners, just upload directly to YouTube for the time being. And once you become more advanced and you learn about like encoding and using Compressor in conjunction with Final Cut Pro 10, so then you can jump into adding some of these settings in here to output a higher quality video. But for now, the built-in share to YouTube from Final Cut Pro 10 feature or option is your best method of getting your content out of Final Cut to YouTube. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave that below. As always, give this video a thumbs up and peace. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'm out. Later.